And hello, I am Kari'𝐬 and I'm joining you live. Or are you joining me live? Which way are we going tonight? We are here. So I did a really funky thing. I set the live up for one time, one place, and then another time, another place. I didn't realize that there was a disparity. So I'm actually 15 minutes early for one and half an hour late for another. But nonetheless, we are going to continue as it were this evening. Last night, I had such a grand time. I fought for my voice like dickens. Like, seriously, it was like crazy. I'm still mega congested. My voice does not sound anything like it does if I was not dealing with all of this respiratory allergy stuff going on. And I suppose it's the time of year for all of these things. If you've got any, I see their comments and reactions. If you're joining me live, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and let me know that you're here. I'll be able to bring up the comment. I also am trying to go live in my Facebook group. This is the second time that I've been trying to go live in this particular group, and it just does not look like it's gonna happen again for this group. So I think we're gonna keep on going until we get it right. So since last year, April, Facebook has changed the access that has given streaming software external parties to be able to go live on the platform. So unfortunately, that has come with some kinks. And that's one of the reasons why we're going live every night. Why? Because we want to be able to test out all of these things and to see where the kinks are and to iron them out. And as much as we do it, and we do it often, then we're going to be able to see and to get better at it. So I'm Kari'𝐬 and I'm here with you. We're going to be talking, expanding on a topic that we started last night. Last night it was $10,000 a month in content, and leveraging your skills and content to make $10,000 a month. Tonight we're kind of like upping the ante. We're like 10,000. Are we settling? And so the question, the topic of the moment is why you're stuck at 10,000 a month and how to fix it fast. We're live tonight on LinkedIn. We're live tonight on YouTube, Facebook group. Have to bear with me. We're gonna have to catch you on the replay because what's happening is, as I said, we have been trying to sort out this thing, and this is just what it is. So I see that I am talking through both my mic and okay. So if you can hear me, I need somebody who's online to give me feedback that you are indeed hearing me because I had two mics on. And that is what affected my sound last night, which I did not realize until afterwards. So let me know if you are hearing me. It looks like things are well here and that I have alienated my direct microphone from my internal microphone. So you should be hearing a lot clearer. So we're going to be talking about why you're stuck at 10,000 K a month. I mean, I'm talking about up to 10,000 K, right? And why we cannot be, the reason why we can't be complacent is because complacency robs us. And complacency is also, like procrastination is it's a thief of time. Because what happens is when it comes on to earning an income, money and success favors speed. Money and success both favor speed. And so the quicker it is that you're able to tap into success, the quicker you're able to tap into your finances, the quicker you're going to be able to make the most rewards. The money that you make now is going to be much more valuable than if you made the same money a year from now. Why? Because in a year, and if you multiply that over many years, then you have compound interest going on. So this is why saving and investing early, even at nominal amounts, will reap phenomenal results that are completely incomparable to those who will actually want to try and save a lot later on. So if you put down $100 or $50 or $20 from your like zero until you're like say $20 and from zero until 50, that's gonna have much more of an impact than if you put down $500,000 starting at 50 years old. It's just different. Because life is that way. Compound interest really matters. And so we want to get to it as quickly as possible. So if we're coming in, let me know where you're coming in from. I am coming to you live from my new little studio here. This is where we came live from last night tonight. So you are not making what you're making because you're not talented. You are not maximizing your income simply because you're not talented. You're not stuck with making what you're making simply because you're not smart enough. In fact, it's not at all because you're not smart enough. You're stuck because of limiting beliefs. That's right. Beliefs that are quietly stealing your success before you even get started. And if you don't fix them and fix them now, 2025 will look exactly like 2024, no matter how hard you work. How you think about money is impacting your income. Believe that. Let's just take that in for a second. So today I'm exposing some of the top limiting beliefs that are keeping you from hitting multiple six figures this year and how to shift them fast so you can start making the money that you deserve. Because let's be real. Six figures are not really hard to make. I kid you not. But it's easy to believe. It's hard to make. So let's fix that. So section 1, we're going to be talking about the number one belief that's keeping you broke. And that one, guess what it is? You tell me what you think it is. Any suggestions? It is that you have to work hard and even harder to make more money. So more money means harder work. And the truth bomb in that is that the most successful people don't work the hardest. They simply work the smartest. If hard work alone created wealth, then every construction worker or nurse would be a millionaire. Because trust me, when it comes on to working, those people work and they work long hours and they are really excellent at it. I mean, like some construction workers are millionaires, some nurses are millionaires, but that's another story. That's not because they're working their hats off. It's because they're also investing as well and whatever. So yeah, I'm not talking about business owners and so on who are of construction companies. But if it were that easy, anybody could do it. But the reason why many people are not, including me, I'm not even a millionaire, am I? Is because wealth is built through leverage, systems, and strategy, not just hard work. And so what we have to do is to engage in a mindset shift. So instead of working, how can I work harder? Here's a shift. You're going to ask, how can I make money work for me? And that comes from Napoleon. Do you remember Napoleon Hill in Think and Grow Rich? Like literally, he talks about sending money out to work like servants and they having to come back and to pay you. So let your money work for you because you can't work hard enough, long enough for the money to come. The money has to work for you because you would work yourself into the ground before that happens. So instead of thinking, how can I work harder for more money? Think, how can I make my money work for me? How can I put my money to work? All right. And so the examples that I have for this are creating scalable offers instead of trading time for dollars. And let me tell you, coming from the world of a professional, this is rather difficult because we were taught in our professional learning, in our professional education, that having chosen professions, not just occupations, then we could do things like bill for hours. And so, in a creative agency, like I have in terms of marketing communications, integrated communications, public relations, you can bill. You can bill hours, you can bill retainers, and that's wonderful. So you put a certain amount of time and hours on a client's job, and then you can, boom, get a really nice retainer. And retainers have been lovely, but it's still trading time for dollars. And that is the thing that is hardest to disrupt for those who have been working as professionals for a very long time, because it's ingrained. So even when we have the opportunity to scale and to create passive income, we're still automatically defaulting to look for ways to work harder. Again, we have to unravel that. We have to unpack that. And so we have to work smarter, not harder. We have to create scalable offers. We have to work on things that are scalable. What do I mean by scalable? That you can multiply more. So for example, if you're doing trading only your time, how many hours do you have in a day? 24. So how many days? You can't scale that. You only have a limited resource of hours in every day. And so how many hours can you work? Like, you have to sleep 8 hours, well, ideally. Then, so let's say living is another 8 hours, or going about life in the process of getting ready for work and getting ready for life. Half of that towards the work and half of that towards getting to it. So that's like another 8 hours maybe, or less. So 4 to 8 hours living or preparing for life or work, and then the other 8 hours at least working. Even if you were to expand it to do 16 hours per day, how long could you do that without going into burnout and getting yourself into serious health problems because of overwork? Not long. So you cannot scale on hours. You have to scale on other kinds of products. Have to turn everything a service into a product, and then you can scale, because it's hard to scale services, if not impossible, except software as a service. So now we're going to talk about building systems that make sales while you sleep. I get bookings from different locations, from different time zones, on days when I'm in church, at times when I'm sleeping, because of how I have set up my business. This is an important part of maximizing your income, reducing the friction. If somebody has to wait for you to respond, if somebody has to ask a million questions because they don't understand, then you're losing income. By the time you get back to them, they've already decided on something else. So the other thing in terms of that mindset shift of how I can, from moving from how I can work harder to how can I have my money work for me, is leveraging content to attract clients instead of chasing them. So by virtue of putting out your content, putting out the things that you know, sharing the things that you know, adding value to people, then you will begin to attract people who want to work with you, people who become trusting of you and will want to do business with you. So those are ways to shift the pendulum from the extreme of working for time and trading time for money to allowing money to work for you. Now, next, we're going to be talking about this idea, this notion, especially in the content world, that you need a huge following. That's in content, but also in business. You need to have a huge social network, or you need to have a huge business network. You need to have access to a whole bunch of people. You need to be popular. You need to have an audience, whatever kind, in order to make money. That's a lie. And here is why it's a lie, because some of the highest earning coaches, content creators, entrepreneurs have fewer than 5,000 followers. I kid you not. Don't look at followers and think that people are making money. There are people who have millions of followers and cannot sell a thing, not even a thing that's sold for $1, no matter what it is. So do not look at the numbers of followers. Just like how having a lot of friends does not mean that if you open up a business or a restaurant, then all of your friends are going to come and patronize you. And if they are going to come and patronize you, they're going to all necessarily spend all the time and make certain that they're going to prop up your business. That's just not how it works. If you're going into business because you feel like you have a lot of friends, you're setting up yourself for failure. So money is made from vanity metrics. It's made from value and strategy. Yeah, that one deep, eh? It's not from vanity metrics, not from who likes you, who knows you, who follows you, and all the people who are enamored by you. And rightfully so, because you're absolutely wonderful and wonderfully charming, right? But that is not enough to sustain business. You need to have and bring value and strategy. The truth is, you don't need more followers to scale from a $10,000 a month situation in your business to 100,000 in a month. And you don't have to have a business to be able to scale from 10,000 or just under 10,000 to 100,000 either. You could still be in your job, but your job while the job itself may have a roof in terms of salary for most jobs, unless you're in sales and you're commission based, then there's no ceiling. If you're working a regular job, that does not negate you from earning income in other ways. And this is where you come to the talk about things like side hustles, right? Doing things on the side businesses in order to move. Now, taking the income that you earn from your main job and now letting that money work for you by investing it in an income-bearing business that's going to allow you to multiply the original capital from the company that you work for in the 9 to 5. So you start at 9 to 5, but guess what? The real jam, the real money is made in the 5 to 9. That's a gem right there. And so what you want to be able to do is to recognize that you, as I said before, you don't need more followers. You need a clear offer, you need a strong message, and you need proven sales success, right? And the examples that I want to share, I've personally seen entrepreneurs with like 800 followers making $20,000 a month because they have a dial-in offer and an audience that really trusts them. People do business with those who they like and trust. And if people trust you and you have your offer dialed in, then you will attract the people who you want to do business with. And I am blessed that I get to not only do work with, but I get to do life with clients who I actually want to do life with. I get to work with clients who I actually want to do life with. Many of my clients have become parts of my social circle because I am so blessed. And that's what I'm talking up to you about. Being able to attract the very people who are your people and who want to work with you, who see what's on you and what's in you and the potential you have to help them to transform, and that you are able to add value and they too add value to you. So it becomes a symbiotic relationship, we say in biology, mutually symbiotic. So it's not a leech sucking the blood of one person dry, but it is one where both partners, both entities are literally giving to each other. So you're giving value by helping to bring transformation to your clients, and they are also bringing value by the business that they're bringing in, the company that they're bringing in. And it's great to do business with them, and it's great to do life with them because it's such a great fit. That's where that is. So it's not the amount of people who are following you, it's the quality of the leads, the quality of the relationships. All right. So if somebody helps you to lose 20 pounds in 30 days, right? Do you care if they've been a coach for 10 years or for 10 months? You just care about the results. That's right. You care about the transformation. That's why I said once you have the ability to bring about transformation and people trust you, then that's where you will see that exchange of service and that deal will take place. So the mindset shift is charge based on what? The transformation you bring. Yes. Not on your personal doubts, and certainly not on the amount of people who are following you. So you value your thing based on the transformation. What is the value of the transformation that you bring to your clients? And this is for any product, and this is for any service. All right. And so that is so far the 3 topics on this thing that I'm going to go through tonight. And I want to say this to you. If you're done if you're done with letting limiting beliefs keep you from the money and the freedom that you deserve, I have something for you. And that's my booked, sold, and busy challenge. I see so many things coming up on my screen, and this challenge is for content creators, for coaches, for professionals and entrepreneurs who are ready to break through their income ceiling and hit those multiple 6 figures this year in 2025. If this is you, then this is for you. So inside this program, this challenge that's coming up at the end of this month with limited spaces, you will learn how to attract ready-to-pay clients without burnout. You'll learn how to confidently charge and receive premium prices for products that bring about premium transformation, rightly so, and the exact content and sales strategies to book out your business consistently. In business, ebbs and flows are the things that will make you keep up and stay up for nights on end. And these strategies will bring consistency, and consistency will bring you peace and no more sleepless nights. So spots are limited because I'm giving live coaching inside. This is not a pre-recorded thing. It's live. And if you want to be one of the success stories this year, I say that you click on the link in the description and get yourself booked, sold, and busy. And if you want to know what this site is, just from the screen, is kari'heron.com/sold. kari'heron.com/sold. Okay, dokie. And here what the funny thing is. The funny thing is, if you sign up, the first 10 people to sign up tonight are going to be able to get a 15-minute breakthrough session with me where I will help you tackle one business problem, one little thing in your business, one little tweak that will get you on your way. So this is something that is going to add so much value to you because it's going to help you increase your rate of bookings, get your products and your services sold, and keep you busy, but to maximize your business so that you are able to earn enough to buy back your time, so that the time doesn't own you, but you own the time. No, that's wealth. That's wealth. The wealth is when you earn enough to buy back your time so that you're able to do more, be more, and have more, and to spend more time on the things that really light up your life and your soul. So if you want to break through this year, this is going to be it. So if you're tired of struggling to attract high-paying clients, undercharging, and feeling stuck, this is your sign to break free and break out of that income barrier and to get into the stratosphere of the six-figure club, right? This is why not this year and why not you? If not you, then who? If not no, then when? If not you, then who? If not no, then when? There is no better time than the present to get it done, right? So it's simple, it's proven strategy, and it's going to make you really tap into the genius that you are. Sometimes you already have great ideas, but trust me, it's not easy, especially for those of us who don't deal with sales on a daily basis, to close sales. And so it's quite intimidating. What do I do? What's the strategy? How is it? You know what I mean? I see some people who are really not that bright, who are making a lot of money, and they're making a lot of money doing very, very basic things. And yet you have invested so much in your education, in the mastery of your skills, and you are not able to bring home what they're bringing home. And that's because it needs tweaking. The strategy needs tweaking, and the mindset needs tweaking. And, even those of us who are Christians, and I talk about that in my Money Secrets that few know, there are so many limiting beliefs even there when it comes to money, because people feel like poverty is a badge of honor. And there is nothing further than that from the truth. I mean, the love of money is the root of all evil, but not money. The love of. So we should not desire and have money to be our idol, right? We should not have money to be our idol, but that doesn't mean that we should not earn, that we should not multiply, that we should not be able to occupy until he comes. And the work is the spiritual work, the work of the kingdom is costly. So how are you going to fund it if you don't have any money? How are you going to be a nice Christian, taking care of the widows and the orphans, taking care of rehabilitating people who need to be rehabilitated? Or are you going to go out and spread the gospel that you so deeply love to people who are hungry and tell them that Jesus loves you and I hope he provides food for you? No, you have to meet them at their need. And meeting them at their need means that you have the resources to do so. If people need counseling, you're able to provide the counseling. If people need shelter, you're able to provide the shelter. If people need any sort of rehabilitation because of drugs or whatever, you're able to do that. All of these things, medical care, all of these things, serving people and showing love and showing up even with our families requires resources. And we are not men who can stand alone. No man is an island. So this is why we're linking arms and doing it together, providing community, providing the resources to come in. And when you watch this video, don't only sign up for yourself, sign up some other people that you know too. It's nominal. It's a nominal investment. You can come in through general access. The general admission is just $97 and the VIP is $297. With general admission, you'll get access to 1 hour of coaching, of teaching per day and strategies. And with the VIP, you'll be able to ask questions and fine tune daily for an extra hour. So you'll get 2 hours daily in VIP. It's a fantastic investment, quite nominal for what it is that you're going to be able to access. And let me tell you something. I have been in the content business for years. I have been a professional for over 20 odd years. I'm talking about you because I'm talking about me. And I know you because I was in your shoes. And then I realized that I really had to unravel a lot of the things that I thought in order to really break through from these internal glass ceilings. It's not just external. It's not just external. Sometimes the enemies of our souls are what really are impeding us. And so we just have to get through really annihilating all of them. Yeah. All of those limiting beliefs, all of those things that say challenge us and said, well, you need to be comfortable. You need to stay where you are, And I go through all of these things in other teachings, and I'll continue to do so. There's a part 2 of this coming up tomorrow. But I'm telling you that this is the thing. This is the absolute thing. The first 10 people who sign up tonight are going to get and I think that this is the last night that I'm going to make that offer, because I don't want to sign up too many people and then I have all of these. So I want to make it really manageable for myself as well. So get on board, get on note, get booked, sold, and busy. And this is for whatever hemisphere you could be operating out of. I've lived and I've worked in 2 hemispheres. I've lived in 5 countries, worked in 5 countries, done business out of 5 countries. And so I want you to, out of 6 countries actually. And so I want you to understand that what I'm teaching you works in any country, in any economy, in any industry. I've worked with people, with clients from various industries, from banking and finance to fast-moving consumer goods and retail, to marketing, to hospitality and leisure, to all sorts, like education, lawyers and professionals, doctors, you name it, I've worked with them. And so it's not impossible to really tap into scaling, and scaling that feels right and sits right, not only with you and your profession and your lifestyle and the kind of work-life balance that you want, but also with your ethics, with your soul, because sometimes a lot of these things may come across as really cheesy and sleazy, and they may not resonate at all with you. So we're not going to do that. We're not going to go into things that make your skin feel icky. But what we're going to do is that we are going to indeed challenge the things that limit you. We're going to call you out and we're going to call you up, because that's what I do. I'm also a neuro-linguistic programming practitioner, as well as an international professional certified coach. I got trained in Dubai in 2015, and I have had over 20 odd years. I think next year is 30 years. Oh my goodness. Time has flown. Experience in media and communication and broadcast media, primarily television, but I've also worked in radio quite a bit as well. And I've worked producing and presenting radio in different countries, in 3 countries at least. So yeah, I started out when I was 16 in television. So that's the truth. I'm a very young millennial. Rather than an older millennial. And so it's nearly 30 years that I have been working in media, because I started out so early. And I understand what it is to have skills, to be talented, and to still feel like you could do more. You could be more, and you could have more. And that's what we want to do. We want to live our lives so poured out that when we die empty. We don't die with our potential, but we die having poured out everything and having made the impact, the fullness of the impact that we were meant to make in this thing called life. You can. There is nothing stopping you but you and those little, naysayers in here, and those we also grew up with. So, yeah, I'm telling you, join this booked, soul, and busy challenge, and let's get those limiting beliefs gone for good, and let's replace them with empowering beliefs that will take us from under 10,000 a month inconsistently to solidly 100K and more a month. I come from a small place. I come from an island that has 3 million people living on the island. And there are an additional 3 million living outside of the island, of which I'm in that number. And when you're from small places, you have to be very careful not to create small ideas and smallness in your thinking. There is a poem by Jean Smalling that's called No More Smalling Up of Me. Maybe I'll read that to you another time. I've read it in my Thrive with Kari podcast on radio in Aruba some years ago. And it's quite an important thing to recognize that you can expand. The prayer of Jabez is, oh, that you would bless me and enlarge my territory, that I will no more feel pain. I'll feel no more pain. Bless me and enlarge my territory, because Jabez was constricted, because even his name it meant the one who was born in pain. So his mother gave birth to him in agony, and so his name was a constant reminder of that. And so he needed to break out of that confinement. And so he prayed to God to enlarge his territory. And this enlargement, this is really bigger than just $10,000 a month, moving from $10,000 a month to $100,000 a month. This is moving from just enough to being exceptional. This is moving from mediocrity to exceptional. This is moving from potential to exponential. This is a shift, a mindset shift. And this is the time, this is the season. Don't look to the winds and the waves. Don't look to what's happening in politics, in government, all those things. Don't get distracted by all the things that are going wrong in society and across the world, and the wars and the rumors of wars and what is this and this race war and this and whatever not. Don't get caught up in that. Put your blinkers on and set your face like flint and steward the resources that you have been given, because you have been given enough. So what's in your hand? And what are you going to do with it? Are you going to bury it, thinking that burying it will preserve it? Or are you going to invest it, knowing that investing it will grow it? And if you're going to invest it, are you going to invest it in you because you believe in you and you believe that you can and you will? You are the greatest investment that you will ever make in yourself. The more you invest in you, the more you'll be able to help others. It's called putting on your own oxygen mask first. You cannot live for others. You can't live through others. It is not for your children to come and supersede you because of the sacrifices that you made for them. It is for you to be an example for them by being it, not by telling them and forcing them to live out the life that you were not able to live, and trying to force them like square pegs in round holes because you're trying to fit them in a mold that you were too scared to fit yourself, and that mold was for you. So can we break out of that? And can we get ready to get more? Join this Book Sold and Busy challenge. It's a 3-day challenge for 3 hours, 1 hour per day for general admission, 2 hours per day for VIP. It's going to be powerful. It's going to be magnanimous. You're not going to leave there the same way you joined. And you're going to walk away not only with strategies, but you are going to be implementing in the challenge. And so, You're going to feel like you have your money's worth from day one. All right? So I look forward to seeing you live in session, to have a group of amazing people, because I am blessed to get the world's best clients, the best people in the world. And I'm looking forward to having you numbered among them, numbered among us, for you to become the impactpreneur that you are. And this is actually my membership club, Impactpreneur. So you'll see me in these t-shirts every night. They are my uniform. This is my merch, and I am happy to wear it because I understand the power of being an impactpreneur, of creating ecosystems that cause everything to thrive. So I'm Kari'𝐬, and that's it for tonight's live. But I tell you this, if you book now, then you'll see me again in class. And I can't wait for this session to come up. See you tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. This is such a commitment. I have not done 3 nights in a row, but I'm going to get this. I've been working out this new software and I'm learning the ropes of it, because my other streaming platform, I decided to do away with it and try something different. And this one is absolutely better, but it takes its learning curve is grand. But I'm not scared of learning curves. I'm not scared to learn new things. In fact, new things stimulate me, because that's how you grow. You keep your brain active, you keep yourself active, and yeah, it's not just for the young people. Technology is not just for the 10-year-olds who think that they know everything, right? Technology is for you. And speaking of which, for those of you who are over 40, no, it's not too late. It's not too late for you. If you're over 50, it's not too late for you. If you're over 60, it's not too late for you too. And I dare you, even if you're 70, it's still not too late. As long as you're willing, oh my goodness. Every decade that you have lived, you have garnered a wealth of experience. And there are people who are waiting for you. And so, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. But when the teacher is ready, the student will also appear. It goes both ways. So, walk good, as we say in Jamaica, and see you next time. I'm Kari'𝐬, and see you in class. See the description to sign up right now and to send this to 10 people, at least 10 people, and bring all your homies into this thing, because we're going to thrive together. Let's get booked, sold, and busy together. And let's stay busy too. See you. Bye-bye.